All right, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's pay period kickoff call. My name is Rob Mamula, along with my wife Jody. We are the diamond leaders of this incredible team of individuals that are making a difference all across the country with the message of AdvoCare. And tonight, you guys are in for an absolute treat. We have our top pin earners right now on the team, Ruby Six-Star leaders from San Diego, California, Mitch and Whitney Ryan on here with us. And you can't see them yet. I'm going to switch over to them here in a second. But these guys are actually going to share with you because tonight is all about AdvoCare's upcoming incentive trip. Look, part of the way that we get paid, one of the ways we get paid here in AdvoCare is with incredible, life-changing, once-in-a-lifetime trips as a way to reward you for simply doing the disciplines that build you a business and an income here that can pay you for a lifetime. And so these guys actually earned the last incentive trip that came up, which is Kids on the Coast. AdvoCare has taken us to Sandestin, Florida, one of the most beautiful places in the world. If you've ever visited the Panhandle of Florida and been on those beaches, then you know what we're talking about. And if you haven't, then you need to get a pen and a paper ready and listen to how these guys did it. I'm going to give you the keys on how you can earn the Caribbean voyage, which will be just another step up. But I am telling you guys, we are going to have the trip of a lifetime. We will be there with these guys, with Hendrix, in Destin, Florida. I mean, the white sand beaches are just incredible. They have a law in that town that the sand is not even allowed to stick to your feet. I mean, it's like walking on clouds. The water is just 80 degrees all the time. I mean, it's incredible. And on top of that, we get to spend time with incredible people. And so I want to coach you guys up. You are on this pay period kickoff webinar because you have said yes to earning income with AdvoCare, and that's the best decision that you could ever make in your entire life. So we want to equip you, one, with some knowledge from these guys. We want you to hear their story. We want you to see who are the people that are really grabbing a hold of this thing and making a difference for themselves and their four walls along with others. And then we want to equip you with some training tonight on how you can go out and earn that Caribbean voyage, because here's the bottom line, guys. We're planning on going, and we're going to help two other people get there. The question is, are one of those two people going to be you? So I want you guys to hear from these guys tonight, incredible friends, incredible leaders in AdvoCare, Mitch and Whitney Ryan. Hold on. Mitch and Whitney, you guys take it away.
Hi, Rob. Hi, everyone. Hi, friends. Mitch and Whitney Ryan here. We are in San Diego, California. It's absolutely beautiful here, and that's why our smiles are so big. But we are married. We have a dog. That's our baby. So you guys can get to know us a little bit. My husband's a sports performance trainer here in San Diego, and I teach physics at a local junior college. And we really got involved in AdvoCare about 4.5 years ago. And really, this guy is the one who saw AdvoCare first. He was looking to gain weight. He was trying to play professional football, and you need to gain weight and be really lean at the same time. So his former strength and conditioning coach, Rob Mamula, suggested AdvoCare. While he was going through these training camps, he needed to pee in a cup, and he needed to be safe and know what he was putting in his body wasn't going to ding him positive. So he put product in his body, gained 6 pounds of muscle in a month. So for him, it was a no-brainer. The products worked, and he had a heart to help people. For me, I was in grad school. I was doing what I should have been doing, what I was told to do. You go to grad school, you get a job, and then you get paid, and everything's okie dokie. So I wasn't really looking for the business, but what I saw when Mitchell started the business was his desire to set up a future that we could both enjoy. And what that meant is I saw a postcard that he wrote out to himself at an event of, hey, I want to be able to coach my son's baseball team or daughter's softball team. I want to be there. So he was already planning for a future that I didn't even know existed. But that is what caused me to put product in my body, and I lost 4 pounds of fat on the 24-day challenge that I didn't even know I had. I gained 6 pounds of muscle, but really fixed a lot of stomach issues. So just fast forwarding, we just had a heart to help people. About 4.5 years later, we still work the business about 8 hours a week, but last month was $8,000 from consistent effort, working the same amount of time in the business over the course of 4.5 years. Our paycheck has just increased exponentially, which is great because by the end of the year, we will be easily making $100,000 this year, and that's going to get rid of all of our consumer debt. But what was so exciting for me, guys, was last month, that $8,000, what that means is that now we get to pay for my parents' plane tickets to the Bahamas vacation that they thought they wouldn't be able to go to with Mitchell's side of the family in the beginning of the year in 2016. So that was huge for me. That meant, okay, Mom and Dad are coming for sure, and that's what we're really working towards. Our big vision is to be able to retire my parents because they got hit hard and they don't have a retirement right now. And they've spent their whole life pouring into me, so now it's my turn to pour into them. So that's our story.
I love it. I think I might be back up. Can you guys see me? You guys can see me okay? No? Why not? Yes, you can see me. I'm back up. Okay. Guys, we're getting the webinar thing figured out, but it is cool. At least you get to see a person. You get to see these people, and they're real humans. And so these guys, like I said, they just earned the Advocare incentive. They're going to be hanging out in Destin, Florida with us. I don't know if Advocare is going to let them bring their dog, but if they do, they'll have Kona there with them. But, you know, some of the key things that you guys need to know about Mitch and Whitney is that these guys are consistently, every pay period in and pay period out, in the 3K club, meaning they had $3,000 of PGV, $3,000 of volume. They're constantly or consistently some of the top recruiters, meaning they were sponsoring about 2 new distributors every single pay period, if not more. And so I wanted to just do a little interview style with those guys right now, and I'll see if I can't keep it on them, and you guys can maybe just hear my voice. So, guys, you're consistently in the 3K club. What is one key to making that happen? What's one thing that helped you guys have success there?
Well, the first key to that was that's always been our mindset from the beginning is, okay, Rob and Jody, Scott and Christy said, hey, if you want to build this business, you got to be in the 3K club. So that's where we were always at. But I think really the way that we got there is we always have been taught, hey, to get consistent results, you got to put in consistent actions. So we've always made sure that, hey, we're going to put in the necessary actions every single pay period to make sure that we get the consistent results. And regardless of how busy we are, what comes up, or what needs to get done, we've always been consistent at putting our effort and time into Advocare.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off what he said. So consistent at new, but also being very diligent in the follow-up to begin with. A lot of our PGV, not all of it, but a big chunk of it comes from reorders that we put in the time in the follow-up in the beginning so that people know how to order from their website. They know how to get more product, and we did the right thing in the beginning so they continue on product. So that's a little bit of the 3K as well. But we don't count that towards our pay period goals. So everything extra comes from reorders. So 3K is pretty easy to hit if you're going for 3K based on new stuff, and then you have all this other stuff coming in because you did the right thing in the beginning.
Okay, I love it. Can you guys hear me? Not?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So we'll just keep it on you. Okay, so give me an idea of, like, what are your goals? What are you guys trying to hit every pay period? Mitch, you talked about necessary action. What does that action look like? And then my other question to you is going to be, you guys are also top recruiters very consistently. So can you give us an idea of, you know, what are some of the word choices that you guys use when talking to new people?
That's great. So some consistent goals, obviously 3K club. Just that's what we were taught. That's what we go for. As far as team-wise, we always have a goal of who we're focusing on in our team. for a season. Maybe it is a pay period, maybe it's a season of the year. So that's definitely in our team goals. Our goals as far as talking to new people range from person to person, but for me it's, hey, I'm going to tell my story to one person a day. It doesn't matter who I come into contact. You come into contact with more than one person a day, even if you go to the same job every day. You go out to lunch. So those are my personal goals, that somebody's going to hear our story and where we're going. What are your personal goals outside of that?
I mean, we're on the same page with that. And then as far as, word choices with speaking to those people, I mean, we've both just really learned that, people want to get involved with Advocare because we're friendly people most of the time. So we're just really good at drumming up conversations with people, asking them, where they're from, what they do, what they like to do for fun. And this just happened to me the other day. I was talking to somebody, and the conversation was not heading in the fitness area like I usually try and direct it. So I just was straight up like, I was drinking my Spark. I was like, hey, have you ever heard of Advocare? And he's like, I have kind of heard of it. I don't really know much about it. And then it just followed on from there. So it's just kind of, hey, being right out and up front, hey, have you ever heard of Advocare before? And a lot of times that introduction will, obviously get you the response you want. Specific questions get specific responses. Yeah. So not being afraid just to ask a simple question and get the right answer.
Yeah, that's perfect. If you're drumming up something out of nowhere, hey, have you ever heard of Advocare? If you are in a conversation with somebody and they've already presented what Advocare can be a solution for, then present it as a solution. I tell everybody I talk to, that's what I had to focus on in the beginning, because I love information and I wanted to tell everybody all the information, and it doesn't work well that way. So really, when I'm talking to somebody, I am slowly allowing them to identify why they need Advocare, really, by talking about their family, their health goals, just about them. People love talking about themselves. And then when you're presenting Advocare as a solution, it makes sense because they just told you what solution they're looking for. So those are two little key things that really help us.
I love it. You guys are awesome. And then lastly, you guys have brought on a ton of new people. Those new people created new volume, which is allowing you to put your feet in the sand at Sandestin, Florida, with hundreds of other champions across Advo Nation. Give us an idea, Whitney, we know that you teach physics. Mitch, we know you're a performance coach. Where are the people that you are signing up? Where are they coming from? Where are you finding those distributors?
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's just in our everyday life. I mean, starting with what you do for work. So, I mean, I'm in a gym most of the day. So, and the interesting thing about the gym that I'm at, it's the same kind of people over and over and over again. So I just kind of consistently build new relationships with people that I maybe haven't talked to before. I'm a health and fitness guy, so even when I go to different gyms to work out, I'm just trying to stand out above the rest so that people take notice and have a reason to want to come and talk to me. I mean, I think that's something that a lot of people don't really key in on, is that in the health and fitness realm, the exercise realm, everybody's really good at something. Put yourself in that space and stand out. Be excellent at what you're good at, and people will notice, and they'll want to know, hey, what is it that you're doing? So that's one main thing. And then just building relationships anywhere else that we're at, whether it's, I mean, we get a lot of our distributors just from kind of social gatherings like birthday parties that we've gone to, or like holiday parties, or things where just people are around hanging out, having a good time, and that conversation's just starting is always a big one. So, I mean, a big key in Advocare is, hey, if it's the weekend and your friends are doing something, go hang out with them, because a lot of times that can lead to a conversation that'll, introduce you to somebody who actually needs what you have to offer.
Yeah. And one thing, too, that I wanted to point out based on what he was saying is the distributors that we bring on per pay period aren't people, well, maybe half and half, but the majority aren't people we've recruited that pay period, if that makes sense. That consistent action that Rob and Jody are always talking about, it's consistently talking to new people, fostering those relationships, so when they come out of the pipeline, they come out consistently. So if we're constantly fueling that pipeline with relationships and new people that we're talking to, then consistent action is going to come out of it. So if we're talking to somebody at a birthday party, a brand new person, and we're just fostering a relationship, we're making a friend, and 2 weeks down the road, after talking to them a little bit more, they might say, hey, you know, tell me more about that Advocare thing. So it's not, hey, we're going out and making a bunch of new friends today and signing up 5 people today. And granted, that happens, but a lot of our distributors that we recruit are people that we've just fostered a relationship over time, and we've consistently talked to those people, new people, so they're consistently coming out of the pipeline and getting signed up.
Yeah, and just putting yourself in those situations where you're around more people, like, yes, of course, like saying yes to social events, going to the gym, that kind of thing. But if finding things can be a struggle, there are a lot of phenomenal events or things that you can participate in if you just look. Like if the community you live in, there's always some kind of a fair, like there's a Little League opening day thing that we're going to and doing kind of a booth that's going to get us in front of people.
Yeah.
You know, finding like a meetup group or something like that. You know, that's going to put you around people. There's all kinds of local events and things that there's going to be a lot of people at, or even just a group workout that you can attend to meet some new people. So there's always something you can do to get around new people. That's kind of the biggest key.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to try and get myself on as the main presenter. See if I can make it happen. All right, you heard it from these guys. Tips from the top, folks. I mean, these guys make $8,000 a month, or they did last month. They're going to be at that level very consistently here very soon, and they earn the incentive trip. So, you know, just duplicate what they said. I think one big takeaway is this, you know, the new distributors that we bring into Advocare, they're always looking for what do they say, or what's the magical place to go to recruit people, or you know, what's the one thing that you do to create volume? And the answer is there isn't one. The answer is just like you heard these guys. You go out, you make a friend, you be real, talk to people, and then you present Advocare as a solution. And those people that need Advocare are going to come into a relationship with you, and then you can begin to help mentor them through the process of either earning income or getting great results on product. And remember, a retail customer oftentimes, a retail customer oftentimes turns into a discount customer. A happy discount customer oftentimes turns into a distributor, and a distributor oftentimes turns into an advisor. And an advisor, if taken through the success system properly, can turn into a leader with your mentorship. And so that's what we want to try and do in this, in our business and what we do. And so I want to show you guys, let's talk turkey. Let's get you guys on the incentive trip. Who wants to be in the Caribbean, you know, absolutely just feet in the sand, living out the dreams of Charlie Regis, who said, we will walk the beaches of the world together. And as you can see, guys, this is the trip that's coming up, the Caribbean Adventure, and it is available to everybody. So I want to just give you guys a sneak peek real quick. These are some photos that I took off of the Advocare Facebook website. Now, these are not photos of the Caribbean, but these are photos of previous incentive trips. And you guys, look at that. Look at the picture on the top left. That's Bora Bora. I mean, have you guys ever seen anything like that in your life in person? Not in a photograph, in person. I mean, can you imagine, you know, look to the picture to the right. Can you imagine seeing the sights like these guys are seeing in Greece with a group of individuals that are all like-minded, enjoying that time together and seeing things that you never thought that your eyes would see personally. I'm not talking about watching a television show. I'm talking about being there and putting your feet on the pavement and experiencing what maybe one of those civilizations that's been around thousands and thousands of years, walking the same streets. When Jody and I earned not the Venetian voyage, but the Mediterranean voyage, you know, we went into a Roman city and we walked on streets that were thousands and thousands of years old, and the original marble was on there. I can't even express the feeling of what it was like to be on those streets. And I can tell you one thing, it wasn't anything like watching it on the Discovery Channel or watching it on HGTV or whatever show you watch. Experiencing it was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, and so you can see these sights. I mean, how would you like to swim in an ocean that color? How would you like to be able to dip your toes in the sand of just crystal clear waters that you can see in these photos? And then, of course, I included this one, which is a picture of individuals around the table. I mean, how about eating world-class food? I'm talking about the kind of food that maybe some people eat once a year, but you're eating it every single meal. And not only world-class food, but world-class conversation and relationships with people that are absolutely like-minded, making a difference, pushing for more in their life. And so you want to be on this incentive trip. And so here's the deal. Here's how you earn it, guys. We're going to go over the qualifications here. Anybody, the way these trips are set up is that anyone can earn these trips. You see there that we're going to take the top 10 advisors and silver pin earners. So no matter where you're at in the company, you have the ability to earn this. If you're at the gold or gold 3-star pin level, or you're planning to be there, Advocare is going to take the top 20 of those individuals. They're going to take the top 30 ruby and ruby 6-star pin earners, and they're going to take the top 40 emerald and above pin earners. And now, your pin level at the beginning of this incentive is where you start your qualification period. So between January 7th, so wherever you were on January 7th, let's say you were a silver pin earner, well then you're going to compete in that category of the top 10 advisors and silver pin earners, all right? And then the incentive period runs all the way through August 4th, so it butts up to our National Success School. All right, and so how to earn the trip: be one of the top advisors in your pin level category with the most total retail volume, and at least $26,000 must be from new legs enrolled in the incentive period. And then, as you can see, some of the qualifications shows you the dates that this thing's qualified. You must be an advisor, right? Your clock, none of the volume counts until you are an advisor. In order to even sniff this incentive, you must be registered for 2015 National Success School. So if you haven't done that and you want to be on that, then get off the webinar and register right now. Make it happen. You can see some of the other, just kind of ins and outs there. You want to familiarize yourself with this. This is on your website. It's under trips and incentives, or it's under recognition and incentives. And so familiarize yourself with that. But here's how you earn it, guys. Basically, what you need to know is that all volume counts, that is distributor volume. So if you order $1,000 of product, that's not going to count, right? You might order $1,000 of product. I'm gonna shoot back to me here for a second. You might order $1,000 of product and sell all of that inventory to people in your neighborhood. That volume doesn't count. That's what we call retail volume or personal orders. Okay, so that volume will not count towards the trip. You're still going to get paid off of that. Advocare is still going to pay you. You still make money, but it doesn't count towards a trip. So only distributor volume counts towards a trip. So if I sign up my grandma and she orders $500 of product, that's volume that counts towards the incentive trip. Okay, so let me give you guys the blueprint on how to earn this trip. We want to create a gold 3-star network, or we want to build a 3G network. So all of the volume, once somebody has signed up as a distributor, all of that volume that happens through them, everything that happens through anybody that they sign up and anybody that they sign up, that's all going to count towards you. And so you saw that you need $26,000 of new volume. Well, what that means is, what we want to do is we want to take you right there at the advisor level. We want to go out and we want to find 1, 2, 3 people that you know that might be interested in the business. And one of the word choices that you might use is, hey, I'm planning on being at this Caribbean vacation and I'm helping 3 people earn it. Do you want to be one of them? And you're going to lock arms with those people. You're going to help them earn income. You're going to help them talk to new people. And so that's going to be your base 3, and they're going to come in at the advisor level, and that's going to create a retail volume over here. Just kind of ignore that. But these guys are going to create actually a retail volume of $9,000 because each one of those equals $3,000. That's what it takes to get to the advisor level. And then you know what we're going to do? We're simply going to help them do the same thing and recruit and find their 3. And when they do, guys, that's going to create not 9,000, but you need to triple that, $27,000 of volume. Bam, we've got our new volume requirement right there. And so then when we can duplicate that down one more, you guys can see that that volume gets very, very large. And so we want to build a 3G network. And essentially, what does that mean? We want to, number one, we want to help people get to advisors. So right now, who are 3 people in your world that you know either need or want additional income or need or want additional time with their family? These are people we want to talk to about getting to advisor and harnessing the power of our pay plan to gain some freedom in their life. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to help them earn a $500 rookie bonus by recruiting 3 people and having $3,000 of volume. It's very simple. I'm not going to go into it right now. It's up on your website. Get with your leader. If you have not earned your rookie bonus, then we're working on that for you. And that's step number 2. And then step number 3 is get to Gold 3-star by duplicating that process with 3 others. You got somebody to advisor, you helped them earn a rookie bonus. Now we're going to do that with 2 more people, and we're going to duplicate that over and over and over. And when you do, you're going to build a Gold 3-star network. And when you build a Gold 3-star network, you are going to have that trip earned. You're going to be walking the beaches of the Caribbean. You are going to be in some of the most incredible scenery that you've ever seen in your entire life. And no matter where you're at in the business, you can go out and do this. This is a 90-day plan, right? This can happen very, very quickly if you're willing to get into action. And just to show you guys what that results in, well, first of all, whether you're just starting out and you're not even an advisor yet, this is still your plan. Whether you are an advisor and you're at the Ruby 6-star level like Mitch and Whitney, this is still your plan. These guys, all they're going to do to earn this trip is go out and create another Gold 3-star network on their team. They're going to find another 3 fresh bodies that want to build this business, and they're going to build this thing out just like you see presented in front of you. And for the brand new person, you're doing the exact same thing. It doesn't change. All you're going to do is talk to people, tell them you're going to earn this incentive, and ask them if that's something they want to do too. And when they say yes, you're going to introduce them to the person that's helping you. Now, along with this, guys, I want you to see that when you build that out, Gold 3-star is a level in AdvoCare that pays on average over $40,000 per year. So not only are you going to earn this trip, but you're going to earn income that's absolutely life-changing. And so I want to encourage you guys to go for it. I want to encourage you to go for the incentive trip. Don't let anything hold you back. Look, our business, I was looking at our sheets of our business and our earnings per year. And guys, in our second year, we earned $122,000 with AdvoCare, which is about 6 times what I made at the university as a college strength coach. And the catalyst to that was that AdvoCare put out a trip to Paris, France. And Jody turned to me and she said, I want to go. And I can tell you guys, here's what we did to get there. Number 1, we recruited 30 new distributors as fast as humanly possible. We made a list of everybody we knew, and we called every single one of them. We made no excuses. Things like, well, I don't know if they have the money, or I don't know if they really want to do this, or I'm worried about what they would think about us. That didn't even come into play. You know what came into play? The fact that if I call this person on the phone, that I'm going to be in Paris, France with my wife on a vacation of a lifetime that I could never afford otherwise. That's all we thought about. And you know what? Our income went from about $1,000 a month, and it skyrocketed to when we were on that vacation, we earned $15,000 in that month when we were in Paris, France. And that's all as a result of the activity leading up to that trip. The trips will build your business if you go for the trip. We want at least 2 of you in the Caribbean with us, experiencing not only the sights, the sounds, the tastes, the textures, the oceans, the colors. I mean, looking at the bluest blues you've ever seen in your life in the oceans, but the people. The people is what will change you forever, because after going on that trip, we realized the type of people we wanted to be, and we began to grow, and then we earned 2 more incentive trips. That was the catalyst for us to achieve that diamond income level. And guys, we're not stopping. We have a hunger to be on these trips, but we have a hunger for you to be there with us, because we know what it feels like, and it is intoxicating when you can not only enjoy these things yourself, but also with your friends that you worked so hard alongside in this AdvoCare business, enjoying that. It will be a trip of a lifetime. It will be a game changer for you, and I want to encourage you, go for it, wherever you're at. All you're trying to do is build that 3G network. Get them to advisor, help them earn a rookie bonus, help them duplicate that with 3 others. That's going to put you at Gold 3-star, and that's probably going to put them earning the trip as well. So I want to encourage you guys, let's get to the Caribbean. Let's be in the top standings. And I want to know, I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear, really who's committed, and we're going to see that with action, right? You're going to be in the 3K club. That's a no-brainer, all right? Let me just be honest with you. You are not going to earn this vacation. You are not going to earn this trip of a lifetime without being in the 3K club. This is work. So put whatever pride you have aside, put whatever fear you have aside, put whatever trepidation you have aside, because if you want to be there, you can, but we got to get out. We got to talk to people. We got to plug them into the pipeline. We got to help them succeed. Guys, that's all we're going to do, and it is going to be incredible. Make sure you're registered for National Success School in Dallas, Texas in August, and make sure that you're checking the makerofchampions.com website for upcoming events in your area that you can plug yourself and your team into. We're going to have a fabulous, fabulous first start of the year leading up to Success School, and we can't wait to see you on that Caribbean voyage with that. Take care and God bless.